Hello folks. So in this video I want to actually continue attending the LLM Zoomcamp. So one of the things that I noticed was the cohorts. So 2024 cohort has some stuff over here. It just says homework over here for the intro and all. And 2025 also has just the intro and the homework. And you can actually see the course launch stream summary and the Q&A summary. So, for example, from this, I actually read through this, and just a minute. Hello, folks. So I'm back. So basically, I was telling about how I read through this. Right, the whole pre-course or the FAQ stream, right? So live question and answer pre-course stream, and this also. I didn't go through the video. I went through the FAQ in this one. I don't think I went through the FAQ in this one completely. So I'm just going to quickly try to do that and then go ahead and try to do some stuff. So the thing is here there is only homework for one thing for the first intro session, right? And actually, I believe people have to start looking at the course over here, which has, so it has some JSON files, right? Yes, but if you want to see, you need to submit it. So there are some JSON files, there are some documents, JSON file and whatnot. There are many of them, and there is some Elasticsearch related markdown file, right? And OpenAI alternatives, some file moved here. So, yep, Mistral.ai, £5 free credit on sign up, and inference from open source LLMs with rate limits. So, Grok, I think, is Twitter's. Not sure. Let me check. Grok.com. So, is it by Twitter? No. So I think Twitter's is called Twitter AI. I think it's called Groks. Yeah, okay, it's GROK. So it's Grok. So yeah. And what else? So there is Hugging Face API and all that. So these I have not tried. So local LLMs on CPUs. Uh, Olama, Jan.ai, and then H2O applications. And yep, so there's a lot of stuff here. Interesting links basically. And this is a notebook on parsing FAQ. So I think this is a Jupyter notebook, IPython notebook. I don't know. I think I is interactive Python notebook. So yeah. So this is that, and then there is a RAG intro. I think this is retrieval augmented generation intro. So this is that. So I'll be looking at these videos one by one, uh, and probably try doing something on my own. So there are some notes by people, right? I think these are from people who have done the course before, probably from 2024. And if you have more notes, you can actually get it from them, and you can actually put it over here, right? So let me quickly go through the pre-course again. I forgot, and I also read through this really fast, so I'm just going to go through it slowly. And I'm also going to start writing down the questions that I have around LLMs, right? Just a moment. Um, so LLM, I think I'm gonna just say code dot, right, and notes. So I think people take their notes in like this thing called homeworks, and then inside that notes.md. Okay. So intro one. Think I'm just gonna do homeworks intro. Okay. Is there any homeworks? No. Okay, so I'll just different people have at different places. So there is a blog here. People put it in their notes, intro, and all that. So yeah, some people keep it in the same place. So I can probably keep it etc. chunking. So maybe in this, right? So I can just say uh, notes, right? The file directory, and then I'll just say um, so questions. Maybe I'll just say course launch stream summary, right? On this. No, not this. I want this. So here I'm just gonna say notes on this, right? Let's say notes, maybe summary notes, right? So the thing is this. Let's try to understand what's being done here. So this is the pre-course Q&A stream. So do you think LLMs are a lasting technology or are they just a passing trend like the metaverse and NFTs? I don't know what are metaverse and NFTs. LLM as a trend, true or not? What is a metaverse? What is an NFT? Right. So I have questions. So I'll just write it as questions. So and then NFT, I think the full form only alone. I know that it's a non-fungible token, something of that sort. So the answer is well, there's certainly hype around LLMs. They've already become deeply integrated into daily workflows, used for coding, personal productivity, and prototype development. Prototype, I think it's like V0 or V1. Even after the hype subsides, the underlying tools and techniques like RAG pipelines and vector search will remain valuable. Future models and interfaces may evolve, but the core capabilities of LLMs are here to stay. So, what are the core capabilities of LLMs? Also, I need to understand what is an LLM, and so how can LLMs be used for coding, personal productivity, and prototype development, right? And then let me just put this here. So what is RAG? What is a RAG pipeline? What is vector search? Right? What are models? What are interfaces? Again, all in the context of LLMs. Context, LLMs, LLM Zoomcamp by Data Talks Club, right? So, what prerequisites would set me up for success in the course and help me get the best out of it? So, you should be comfortable with general programming, Python, command line tools, okay, connectivity services, connecting services, spinning up Elasticsearch or similar, no deep machine learning or advanced software engineering background is required. Interesting, but familiarity with basic scripting and package installation will make the course smoother. Okay, is it beneficial if I do the course again this year, even though I completed it last year? Yes, the curriculum has been updated with fewer but deeper modules, new evaluation or monitoring tooling, Phoenix instead of Grafana. What is Phoenix, right? I think Phoenix is some sort of I remember it being mentioned. One moment. So yeah, this is Phoenix framework, the Elixir thing, but I think we are not referring to that. Apache Phoenix, not this too. Let what's Apache Phoenix? I can check it out. Um, macOS window and app manager scriptable. Okay. I think Phoenix we are referring to what is this? SQL skin over HPS delivered. Yeah. So this is actually not the Phoenix. I think Phoenix is some thing similar to Grafana. It's for monitoring, right? Evaluation tooling. So what is evaluation tooling? Evaluation tooling. What is monitoring tooling? What is Phoenix? Compare it with Grafana 2, right? And then and likely a new vector search backend. So what is a vector search backend? I think they have this thing called Qdrant. Qdrant. So Git vector database. So it's GitHub Qdrant. Qdrant. Yep. So this is that vector database, and it's written in Rust. So yep. So you'll also get to experiment with the latest LLMs and compete in a fresh challenge exercise. Okay, will the course help me implement RAG from a live database? Most likely yes, whether your data is in a transactional database or a knowledge-based store. The course teaches you how to connect to your data source, chunk and index content. What's the difference between transactional database and a knowledge-based store? What is a knowledge-based store? What is a knowledge-based store? Um, how is it different from a transactional database, right? And what is a live database? I'm not sure what they mean here. Um, so what is chunking and indexing content? What is chunking? What is chunking content? And what is indexing? What is indexing content? What do you mean? Okay. Um, what do you mean by chunking content? What do you mean by indexing content? And RAG application. What is a RAG application? Right. The exact workflow may vary by database type, but the principles carry over. Okay. Are we going to do any agentic AI development in this course? Um, what is agentic AI? Compare it with AI. What is how is agentic AI developed? Okay, so not as part of the core modules. There will likely be an optional parallel workshop. Looks like this will is actually a bold thing. So pre-course will, yeah, see this is bold. There will likely be an optional parallel workshop on agentic workflows in June. Okay, but agent development is not agentic workflows. Agent development is not formally included in this year's curriculum. So what is agentic workflow? What is agentic workflow? What is an agent? Okay. How is an agent developed? Right. So will this course include ML ops? LM, I think this is language model ops to a degree. Okay, so yes, to a degree. The monitoring module covers LM ops practices, metrics, cost tracking, query logging. But full deployment and continuous training pipelines are reserved for the separate open source LLM Zoomcamp. What will be the infrastructure cost, and can I run everything locally without cloud resources? Local, 100% feasible. You can use tools like Llama CPP or Grow to run models on your own machine. Costs are modest for OpenAI API. 1 million tokens in or out costs around $10. Grow offers a free basic tier for basic experimentation. Will this course cover MCP? What is MCP? Um, what is model context protocol? Why do we need it? Right? Emerging protocols are not in this year's syllabus. These topics may surface in a future specialized offering once industry practices stabilize. Do we discuss evaluating LLM based applications, generating metrics, and setting up guardrails? What is guardrails? What is guardrails? What do you mean by generating metrics? Um, what do you mean by evaluating LLM applications? Right. So evaluation metrics, yes, you learn classic IR. What is IR metrics? What is IR? What is MRR? What is recall? Right? For search, and how to use LLMs themselves as judges for end-to-end RAG. Okay. Um, what is IR? What is IR metrics? What is IR metrics for search? And guardrails, no formal guardrail framework is included, though monitoring best practices will help you detect and respond to undesired behavior. Will we cover chunking techniques in the course? Yes and no. You'll see how data is pre-chunked in the example repo and learn best practices for chunk size and strategy, but actual implementation and experimentation with chunking are left as part of your hands-on project work, which we'll be doing as part of this course itself. Is the RAG pipeline included in the course? Absolutely. RAG is a central focus. Indexing, retrieval, prompt construction, and response handling are all core modules. So, and you'll build full pipelines from scratch. Okay. Can different programming languages like JavaScript be used in this course? The taught examples use Python, but you're welcome to implement your project in another language, example JavaScript or I think Golang or whatever. You'll just need to provide clear installation and usage instructions so PS can run and review your work. So NPM commands, environment setup, and all that. Can we expect a complex project and learn from examples? Project complexity is up to you. So the course provides exemplar student projects, food search, recipe recommenders, etc. to illustrate scope and quality. You then pick your own data and extend the RAG concepts to a domain of your choice. My domain would be database and database software. So as someone new, how do I navigate the GitHub repo structure? So open the repos readme and follow the module links in order. So yeah, I think this is what we need to look at. Click each module's folder to access videos and homework. Use the project attempts section to browse past student projects and peer review guidelines. What is the estimated weekly time? So apparently 10 hours, that's a lot, but okay. Module videos plus readings 4 hours, homework or project work 6 hours. How long does the course run and when does it end? So it's a 9 or 10 weeks thing. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, and then I think 2 plus, so this is 2 to 5, which is including 2, so 5 minus 2 plus 1, this is 6 and 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 3, 9 weeks, around 10 weeks basically, it spans 10 weeks. How much will it cost to complete the course using Grow or OpenAI APIs? Free tier available, suitable for initial experiments, approximately $10 to $20 for 1 million tokens. In plus out, in practice you will spend far less than your API quota. What are tokens? What are in tokens and what are out tokens? I think input, output, each word, right? So I think so, but I'm not sure. Can you explain the steps for enrolling and completing the course? Star and fork the repo, done it. Sign up for the repo's landing page, sign up button, done. Join the community, Telegram, Slack, yep, done. Attend the launch stream. I missed this, but it's okay. Weekly, watch the week's module videos, complete homework, submit via the platform, final project, build and document your RAG application, peer review others, certificate earned upon successful project submission and peer reviews. Cool. So I think I did read through properly this one. So I'm going to be actually looking at the launch stream key takeaways. I'll look at the videos later. So quick summary is this, which is key takeaways. Click to expand. So central project, build a production ready RAG chatbot. So we are building a RAG chatbot. Python command line interface, Git, Docker, nothing more. So I have Docker, great. Support workflow, FAQ. So I mean this is for our own support. So we check the FAQ, we search on Slack, we use the FAQ bot, I think, and then put questions on the channel, specific channel where LLM Zoomcamp course happens. No tagging of instructors or anyone. Earn points by contributing to FAQ and sharing progress publicly. No GPUs needed for the main camp. Open source spin-off covers that. Okay. So I think this one needs GPUs, I guess. Capstone and peer review are mandatory for certificates. Start gathering data now. So budget $10. OpenAI credit covers the entire course. So these are the teams. So QDRANT expert. So this person is the vector search DB one person. Host in general guidance. So expertise is in he is like the course creator, ML engineering, and so Timur, best practices module production ML systems. So and Phoenix expert, they don't have anyone yet. ML observability name to be announced. This is for the monitoring module. Prerequisites: Python, command line and Git confidence, Docker installed and working. So if you need a refresher, they're providing that. So they have a Docker lesson, GitHub's Git handbook and all. I know basics of Python a bit. So yeah, the entire Zoom camp revolves around building a production grade RAG, retrieval augmented generation. Okay, so it's not retrieval augmented generation. Yep, that's the right thing. Yep, I think yeah, I thought for a moment that G is something else, but yeah, I do remember it being retrieve data, augment the data, and then generate stuff. So RAG, a retrieval augmented generation chatbot that answers student questions from the course FAQ. So document ingestion. So that's what you'll build first. So ingest the documents, text documents plus vector indexing, and then text indexing, vector indexing. Smart retrieval, find most relevant snippets. LLM integration, generate context-aware answers. And production monitoring, track quality, latency, and costs. So this cost is, I believe, not just how much time it takes to run, but also cost for using any external APIs like OpenAI API or anything like that. So module breakdown, so intro and RAG foundation, so core concepts, basic implementation, vector versus text search. So I guess LLMs are basically like RAG ones, RAG, retrieval augmented generation. You have to retrieve, right? I think how it retrieves is either using plain text search, string search, or whatever, or vector search. So hybrid search strategies and then evaluation techniques, measuring RAG performance. So monitoring with Phoenix, production observability, and then best practices in guardrails, security and reliability. Right? Capstone project, build your own RAG system. So peer review, evaluate classmates projects. So main 2025 playlist for the YouTube is this. And the legacy content is over here. This is 2024 thing, which has everything, I think. I mean, except the 2025 thing. I think there is one with just LLM Zoomcamp, which has 2024 and 2025 things. So platform, this is the course platform. So we are on this. And June 17th is the thing. Please log in to submit answers. Log in with Google. Continue. And so running Elasticsearch, what is the answer and all that? Scoring points based system with public leaderboard, right? So we have a public leaderboard, deadline 3 weeks after each module launch. So complete all homework assignments, build and submit capstone project 2 weeks, complete peer review process 1 week, minimum point threshold to be announced. So getting help, support workflow, following this order, there's a FAQ document, there's Slack. As the Slack bot uses the same RAG pipeline you're building, so we are basically building something like this. Post in this, but never tag instructors. So how to ask good questions, include error messages and code snippets, mention what you've already tried. This is pretty important. and use thread replies to keep channels organized, or else it'll be very haywire and chaotic. So ways to boost your score: contribute to FAQ, add solved issues and solutions, share publicly, post progress on LinkedIn, Twitter with LLM Zoomcamp tag, hashtag, limit up to 7 social media links per module count towards score. Um, so quality over quantity, thoughtful posts get more engagement. So content ideas, weekly progress updates, code snippets, and explanations, challenges you overcame, create applications of course concepts. So yeah, there is a Telegram, there is a Slack, YouTube, and the GitHub. So always reply in threads to keep channels clean. Search before asking. Be respectful and helpful to peers, of course. Don't tag instructors directly. Sponsors. I think Arise AI is the one that has Phoenix basically, right? I think this comes up even in like GitHub and Phoenix. When I say Phoenix, I think Arise AI comes up over here. Yeah, here it is. AI observability and evaluation, right? So yeah, and DLT Hub is basically for DLT, which is I think data load tool is an open source Python library that makes data loading easy. And then there is Qdrant, which is a vector search database. Support Alexi and why no agents in the main course. Current situation: agent frameworks evolve every day, making it risky to lock the course to unstable APIs. So looks like there are some frameworks. What are agent frameworks? So I won't actually start giving notes for this. Um, questions. What is agent framework? And AI DevTools course planned for September 2025. Okay, so yep, they'll cover agentic search, LangGraph, QAI, agent guardrails. What is agentic search? Just a moment. So we'll cover agentic search, LangGraph, Crew AI. These are some things that I heard recently. What is LangGraph? I want to understand what is LangGraph. What is Crew AI? I think these are some services. And then what is agentic search? I asked that. And then what is agent guardrails? This is also something that I've heard. AI DevTools repository. So do I need GPUs? So no. So $10 OpenAI credit covers everything. Hosted models. So OpenAI, Anthropic, Grok, etc. Open source LLM mini course from June or July 2025. Free GPU quotas provided by Saturn Cloud and AMD. Looks like we'll get some free GPU. So local models, Llama 3, DeepSeek. So what is Llama Llama 3? What is DeepSeek? So quantization, VLLM, LoRa fine tuning. What is quantization? Uh, what is VLLM? What is LoRa tuning? Fine tuning. Yep. And what is LLM monitoring? Like, how is LLM monitoring different from traditional MLOps? Shared aspects, so uptime and latency tracking, performance regression detection. Okay. So post deployment monitoring, and then There is one moment, so uptime. So post deployment monitoring, and then so basically after you deploy, you monitor, and then just a moment. So LLM specific metrics: cost per call or token. So hallucination detection, eval sets, heuristics, human feedback. What is hallucination? Hallucination detection. What are eval sets? Human feedback. Prompt or response drift. What is prompt drift? What is response drift? Right. Style length changes indicating model updates. So content risk, PII leaks, toxicity detection. Phoenix open source for dashboards and budget alerts. So local versus hosted models. So which to choose? So set up a single HTTP call, um, 4 to 40 GB weights. So I think these are like neural networks. I'm not sure. So scaling, because the neural networks only have weights and biases. So scaling, provider handles it. You manage infrastructure. Cost pay per usage, higher upfront, lower long term. So limited customization in your control, but full control here. No data sharing. Models, latest frontier models, open source alternatives, and then API parameters only. LoRa fine tuning possible, right? So job market advice for LLM beginners: publish notebooks and blog posts. So show don't tell basically. Create short demo videos. Loom. Deploy working RAG pipelines. Specialize wisely RAG evaluation techniques. Retrieval optimization. What are RAG evaluation techniques? What is retrieval optimization? Right? What is retrieval optimization? What is LLM cost monitoring? What is LLM cost monitoring? Content safety and guardrails. What do you mean by content safety and guardrails? So network, we are learning in public. So use this hashtag, consistent LinkedIn or Twitter posts, engage with course community. So portfolio is greater than certificates. So capstone, GitHub repo, regular social media updates, video walkthroughs of projects. So project guidelines start early, gather domain corpus, documentation, Slack dumps, PDFs, begin data cleaning and chunking. Choose a problem you're passionate about. So for me, it's databases. So yeah, requirements preview, working RAG demonstration, evaluation notebook with metrics, README with cost analysis, monitoring screenshots, 3-minute video walkthrough, peer review process 2 weeks for building, 1 week for reviewing 3 classmates' projects, mandatory for certification, will be published mid cohort on the cross platform. So rubric. Next step, so start the GitHub repo. They have week one goals, what it is. So skim module one content to get familiar, install Docker and verify it works. So join communication channels, bookmark the FAQ content, watch module one videos. So complete first homework, start thinking about capstone dataset, share your journey. Consistent engagement with course materials, active participation in community discussions, regular progress sharing on social media, early capstone planning, basically capstone project planning and data preparation. So, yep. So that is that. So let's actually go ahead and look at the um, first, what do you say, intro, basically module one introduction. In this module, we will learn what LLM and RAG are and implement a simple RAG pipeline to answer questions about the FAQ documents from our Zoomcamp courses. So index Zoomcamp FAQ documents. What we'll do, so we'll be indexing Zoomcamp FAQ documents. So data engineering, ML Zoomcamp, ML Ops Zoomcamp. Create a question and answer system for answering questions about these documents. So introduction to LLM and RAG. So we look at LLM, RAG, RAG architecture and course outcome. Cool. So I'll just go ahead and start doing this, following this, and then once I'm actually starting to do stuff, I'll actually record myself. So that's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.